You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. Attraction Checklist is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. Not only do patrons get to hear these shows up to a week in advance before their release, they also get special downloads of just the recorded attraction audio for each episode, and they get exclusive bonus episodes about attractions from other theme parks. Consider becoming a patron today for as little as $1 a month over at patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media. And thank you for your support. My name is Grandpa Choco, and I invite you to join me on my quest to learn about and experience every Disney park attraction I possibly can. This is Attraction Checklist. Welcome to Attraction Checklist. This episode, we visit the China Pavilion in Epcot's World Showcase to check out the Circle Vision 360 classic, Reflections of China. The guide map describes this attraction by saying, "View the world's most populous country in this Circle Vision 360 film." Since this is a film experience, there are no age or height requirements listed, and there is no thrill level either. Now, before we get a 360-degree view of the Great Wall, here are 5 fast facts about Reflections of China. 1. Reflections of China is the second Circle Vision 360 film to play in the China Pavilion. The first one was called Wonders of China, and it opened with Epcot on October 1st, 1982. The film ran until March 25th, 2003, and then Reflections of China premiered on May 22nd, 2003. 2. Reflections of China combines footage from the original film, Wonders of China, with brand new footage shot specifically for this film. 3. Reflections of China is housed in a replica of the Hall of Prayer for Good Harvests, which was originally constructed near Beijing in the early 15th century. 4. Reflections of China is directed by Jeff Blythe, who directed the original Wonders of China film. And 5. On August 25th, 2019, it was announced that Reflections of China would be replaced with a brand new film called Wondrous China. Due to the global pandemic, this has not yet happened as of this recording in November of 2020. No word on when or if the replacement is going to take place. And now let's experience Reflections of China. After the audio, I'll give you my thoughts on this attraction. This is a binaural recording, so if you have headphones, put them on now as we visit Reflections of China at Epcot.
To represent hello, 你好.
你好.
Very nice. 你好, 你好. And your tour guide Levi is on his way to take you through the journey. And there are a few things to remember during the show. First, for your safety, please do not sit on the rails because they are not designed to support our whole human body weight. If you really want to take a seat, please feel free to use our benches at the end of the theater. And second, if you would like to leave during the show, please feel free to use the red exit doors on your left-hand side. Just push it, it will automatically open. And finally, be a considerate passengers. No flashlight, photography or video recording is allowed during the movie. Enjoy the show, thank you.
Ah, China. When one thinks of this magnificent country, one cannot help but envision the Wanli Changcheng, the Great Wall. It once stretched like a mighty dragon across 4,000 miles of China. Welcome. I am Li Bai, a poet of the Tang Dynasty, and I have returned to share with you reflections of my beloved China. Like this great wall, it winds like a road across timeless landscapes. But one can also find landscapes that are ever changing. A city forever reinventing itself. Vibrant, sophisticated, romantic, As Shanghai reflects modern China, historic Nanjing Road reflects modern Shanghai. Set your gaze across the Huangpu River and you will find a new China that reaches for the sky. Yet in this city of East meets West, one can still find treasures of Shanghai's stately European influence. Even in the hectic pace of modern China, there is always time for Tai Chi, a tradition that has endured for centuries. Up here on Huangshan, at the Sea of Clouds, painters and poets like myself have been inspired for generations. In China, we say, a poem in every painting, and a painting in every poem. We have had a long history. Much of it has been recorded in this fashion. However, it may be said that the history of the Chinese people is not written in ink, but with water. The mighty Yangtze River. A fellow poet once wrote, traveling against the currents of the Yangtze is more difficult than climbing to heaven. That may have been once true, but no longer. There is no better example of China's harmony with water than Suzhou. This ancient city sits on the longest man-made waterway in the world. When Marco Polo traveled this way, he called Suzhou the Venice of the East. I suppose if I had traveled to Europe, they would now call Venice the Suzhou of the West. So vast is China that even within her borders are many exotic lands and contrasts. From the serenity of Heavenly Lake to the busy night market of Urumqi. Here one discovers that Xinjiang province is home to many ethnic peoples with their own unique customs and their own unique cuisines. Out here in the Gobi Desert, one still finds travelers on the ancient Silk Road, the same road that over 700 years ago brought Marco Polo to these very gates. The gates of Jiayuguan, the extreme western end of the Great Wall. A visit to Inner Mongolia shows us a reflection of an earlier time. Here, the nomadic people still live much as they always have. Far to the south is Yunnan province, home to many of China's national minorities. The cultures of this province are as diverse as the landscape, like the Shilin stone forest, one of nature's unique wonders. In the far northeast is Heilongjiang. Although winter here can last 6 months, the people celebrate Macau. After 400 years, this exotic land of Portuguese charm is once more within China's borders. Hong Kong, one of the most exciting cities on earth. A city steeped in Western culture, but still uniquely Chinese. Even Hong Kong's buildings, thrusting ever skyward, reflect the city's vitality. Hong Kong, ever on the move. Yes, the Chinese landscape changes swiftly, but one can also find enduring legacies that reflect our past. Everywhere one sees our history. Ancient treasures like the 9-dragon screen reflect our traditions. Dragons were a powerful symbol of the emperor's authority. For centuries, the tombs of China's emperors have been watched over by these remarkable warriors of terracotta and these figures of stone. And for 800 years, this intersection of 3 rivers has been protected by a silent sentinel, the giant Buddha of Lishan. One can find a living legacy of China's past in the world-famous Peking Opera. In the center of Beijing is perhaps China's greatest legacy, the Forbidden City. Imagine courtyards that could hold 100,000 members of the imperial court. For 500 years, this vast walled city was the home of 24 emperors, the sons of heaven. But today, all the world can pass through this gate. Tiananmen Square. To stand here is to stand at the heart of China. Beihai Park was once a playground for the emperor, but now it is a playground for all of China. I have brought you to a place of unique beauty called Reed Flute Cave. The same forces that shape these pillars of stone have done a more remarkable job directly above us. The landscape of Guilin is unsurpassed in all of China. Countless artists and poets have struggled to capture the unique beauty of this region. The Li River winds like a silver snake through these scattered dragon's teeth. I once wrote, whoever looks on this loses himself in eternity. We have seen many reflections of China, but the true face of China can be found in our people. We have now come full circle. Sadly, that means this is where we must part. But I hope you will return to China someday. I'll wave of the hand now, and I am gone. Lowering my head, I dream I am home. Until we meet again.
再见 Maybe see you again. Hope you enjoy the movie and welcome to visit China someday. Have a magical night. 再见，拜拜。
And there you have Reflections of China. I like this. I hadn't seen it until like a year or so ago. I know, horrible. I just never had gone by because I was always going to, American Adventure or something else. And I was like, another Circle Vision, I won't check it out. But, definitely worth checking out, definitely worth seeing. Glad to get a recording of it before it goes away and gets improved. It'll be interesting to see how the new video looks. But I like this one a lot, as obviously, since I've only seen it for the first time about a year ago, not one that I check out every single time I've come. But in recent times since seeing it, I do try to see it. So I like being able to go check it out. So there you go. There is my review of Reflections of China. Do you agree or disagree with our thoughts on this attraction? Or do you just want to let me know what attraction we should go on next? Send me an email at hello@SaturdayMorningMedia.com, or you can let me know via Twitter, where my username is ToasterBoy, or post on the Attraction Checklist Facebook page at facebook.com/Attraction Checklist. This episode was edited by Steven Staver. Attraction Checklist is a production of Saturday Morning Media and is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly pledge for as little as $1 a month. Patrons get new episodes before they are released, downloads of the ride audio recorded for each episode, and exclusive bonus episodes featuring attractions from other theme parks. If you'd like to support the show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly pledge today. You can also tell a fellow Disney fan about the show or leave the show a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. Attraction Checklist is copyright 2020 Saturday Morning Media Grant Bachoco executive producer, all rights reserved. www.SaturdayMorningMedia.com. You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.